Hello, loves. This is Christina Shamilova coming to you from Lake Tahoe. And in today's video, I want to talk about being perfect or not being perfect and everything that has to do with the idea of being perfect. Whether you grew up being told and compared to a friend who was a nicer, more neat, had better grades, or in one way or another was an example, and a parent of yours maybe would bring your attention to that and how that would be ideal if you were only being that way. Or maybe you find yourself in a situation that you've been wanting to change, and deep inside you know that is your intention, but you find yourself stuck in it, whether professionally or in your relationship or when it comes to self-expression, whatever the story is for you. So in today's video, I want to talk about being perfect and how that relates to my own life and expression and where I am. So I was cuddling with my lover, and we were having a conversation, and um, it wasn't the kind of an intimate conversation, but it turned out to be, because it kind of transitioned from being lighthearted to me being teary-eyed and feeling this emotion come up. Because what happened was, he said, "You are a perfect woman." And I paused for a moment and I thought, I'll never be perfect. And I'll never be perfect, even if one day I raise children, perfect children. I'll never be perfect if one day I'm a perfect grandma, giving advice to my children and my grandchildren and really telling my life stories that inspire them to live theirs to the fullest and the best expression of themselves. And I'll never be perfect, no matter what I do in my life. And on one level, it felt like self-confession, like something came full circle for when you admit it on a deeper level, because logically we all have a really good understanding that nobody is perfect, and that's not the intention anyway, and it's just silly to try to be that way. But on a deeper level, there was this sadness, because somewhere, somehow, there was subconscious desire, need, and goal to be perfect. I wish I could. So it was this multi-leveled moment for me. And I thought, wow, this really ties to all of the ideas we have about what it means to be perfect, because when we grow up, we're constantly conditioned what it means to have a perfect life as a girl, and growing up as a woman, what it means to be a woman that gets the love and respect, and what kind of things she has in her life, and how it really ties to the freaking ideas about not being good enough, not being worthy, not being capable, and whatever the stories that we tie ourselves to that have to do with trying to be perfect. So if this resonates with you, and if on any level you have actually been struggling with the idea of not being good enough, and it's like that voice in the back of your head from somewhere in the past, or from just the way you perceive yourself and your self-image, having to do with that, having to deal with that, I want to run us through a cycle. And if you are not familiar with EFT, an emotional freedom technique, I really want to do a cycle of that. And all you have to do is just follow me, just trust the process. I don't want to go into explaining how this works. As a matter of fact, I don't know how it does. There are multiple theories, but the fact is the fact. It does work. So if if this resonates with you, if this is something you're ready to let go of, because you know those ideas, whether they have to do with self-dialogue, the emotions that come up, whether this you had to face this in your relationships, and whether you had to face it when a relationship ended, whether you have to deal with it as being a single woman in your self-expression, in your career, in the kind of work you do, in the way you show up in the world. If this doesn't serve you, I invite you to follow me and really enjoy the process. Allow the process to run through you, and see what kind of shifts that creates for you and what kind of insights it brings into your whole being. And I'm all about making quick shifts, because some things you just recognize, you don't want to work through, you just want to let go of it, and some things are much easier to let go of than you think. So go ahead and follow me as we go through this round. And EFT is an emotional freedom technique, like I said, and we're going to tap on meridian points where we store those thoughts, beliefs, ideas in our body, where they're being stored. So let's go, let's do this. Even though I am not perfect, I still fully love and honor who I truly am. Even though deep inside, there is some idea that's attached to the ideas of being perfect. And how nice that would feel. I still fully love and honor who I truly am. Even though, on some level, I wonder and face and hear myself think and wonder if I'm good enough, if I'm capable, if I'm worthy, if I am enough, or if I am sometimes too much. I still fully love and honor and respect who I truly am. So all of these ideas, all of the thoughts, memories, all of the experiences, and all of that proof, the proof of me not being perfect, all of that evidence of having failed things, the evidence of not being my best self, all of that evidence, all of those records, and the thoughts I heard inside, the thoughts I heard others express about me not being perfect, and all of that blame, judgment, and self-criticism, all of that self-criticism, all of that criticism, all of the records and memories of that, all of that evidence. I acknowledge it. I acknowledge it, and I honor all of my feelings. And when I honor all of my feelings and who I truly am, I honor the beauty of my soul. And I release and let go anything and everything that doesn't serve it, that doesn't honor who I truly am. So all of those thoughts and memories and experiences start to release from my consciousness, awareness, and my energetic being. Because those ideas, all those ideas, all of those ideas, all of that judgment, all of that blame, all of that questioning and wondering, all of that, it's been taking up my space. And my space belongs to me. Because I know, even though I'm not perfect, I love it. I love not being perfect. I love being not perfect. And as a matter of fact, I know that what makes me, me. So I release and let go some sort of subconscious belief and idea about being perfect. And when I release and let go, I recognize I am good enough. I am enough. I'm beautiful. And I am who I am today. And even if I'm not perfect, I know this is who I am. So for all of the ways that I've judged myself for not being perfect, for all of the ways it brought up sadness and some sort of inner conflict inside of who I am, I forgive myself for. And I honor the beauty of my soul. And anything that has to do with my life right now that's not perfect, I open myself up to changing it into what it needs to be, into what I need it to be. But it doesn't have to be perfect. And while things are not perfect, and I'm not perfect either, I enjoy and I allow the river of life and joy to flow through who I truly am. And as that river of joy flows through me, it washes away all of those negative thoughts, ideas, and beliefs and energies that have to do with the old ways. And I step into who I truly am fully. And I'm not perfect. And I love it. I love it even more. And the more I love me for not being perfect, the more I allow this love to expand beyond me, expand beyond my physical being, and all the way into the world when I show up with others, not perfect. When I show up with myself, not perfect. And the more not perfect I am, the more I know this is a sign and the time to love myself even more. Go ahead and breathe in. Breathe into this new awareness and go ahead and stretch. Feels really good to stretch and fit in all that love inside. Go ahead and fit it in as much as you can. Breathing it in. Take in this way of being that feels clear, that feels energized. When you come back fully and smile and wiggle inside and feel that light inside of you, feel that love for who you truly are on the deepest levels for you, honoring all of your emotions and letting go anything and everything that ever confused you about not being perfect and how that used to be not so much fun, when now you can allow yourself to confess you are not perfect, and that is not the purpose and the goal anyway. And when you're not perfect is the best way you can ever be. I'm sending so much love from my heart to yours. Thank you for watching. Thank you for allowing me to share, and I hope this energizes your day and brings more freedom to who you are, so you can allow yourself to make the shifts that you're looking to make, to show up and feel good, to live life to the fullest, and to breathe this new possibility, new opportunities for you in your life. Thank you for being here. This was Kristina Shumilova, a female happiness and empowerment coach and a second-generation healer for soulful women. Thank you for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.